mayube tujake.
When we first arrived in Tanzania, we were amazed by the vibrancy and colors. There were so many colors in the vendors, in the fabrics, and the massive amounts of people in the streets. We were in Tanzania to meet Mgunga, the founder of Parapanda Arts Lab Trust. They are East Africa's leading theatrical organization for social change. Parapanda uses live performances to get people to think about the world around them. After witnessing their work, we knew they had to be shared with others. The catalyst for social progress, the quest for social justice through music, theater, and religion. In the summer of 2011, 8 students and 3 lecturers from the Yale Schools of Drama and Divinity began their journey to study the effect theater and music can have on local communities.
I'm a teacher by professional, Bachelor of Adult Education in theater and Swahili and a little bit of French.
We started recognizing that even though our given circumstances are entirely different, our emotions had more in common than we thought.
Rather than explaining what I want to talk about, I want us to just do it. Those who have had their parents that are still alive, come here.
Your joy is similar to my joy, feels the same, tastes the same.
During the first few days, over 15 guest lecturers spoke to us.
In areas where Muslim.
We experienced Tanzanian music professors,
A historian talked about the misconceptions and persecutions of albinos in Tanzania.
Tanzania's population is roughly 40% Muslim, 40% Christian, and 20% practice indigenous religions.
Fatima, a sociologist, lectured on black Muslims.
It would be better to convert, pardon my language, black Tanzanians into the Asian Muslim group, into the Shia Muslim group, and they named them Bilal after the first African Muslim.
Our guest lecturers stimulated ongoing discussions for the program's artists, students, and teachers.
The newspapers and that there was a Christian-Muslim conflict in Tanzania that was actually quite dangerous and viable. And yet when I'm hearing from you, it's like, no, it's not. But it sounds like it's a country that's blended quite nicely.
Just getting mixed signals.
I might try to make Gamal clear that Gamal's mind that this is not a community problem. Basically, these conflicts are being created by some politicians. This is why you can hear these conflicts during the election seasons.
They are using it for their political ambitions. But otherwise, the government is almost confused because in itself, it needs Muslims, it needs Christians. Within the government circles, you have Christians, you have Muslims. So it's very challenging. It needs a neutral, maybe a neutral person or institution to deal with this.
Music from local artists plays a large role in social change efforts.
What? Offside trick.
Offside trick.
Yeah.
That is the name of the group.
Jesus told us to preach all around this country. We have to do it. Today, after 30 days, Jesus said we have to go Morogoro, and then we go another part. It was this life, new life every day, new life. And I was young, so it was hard for me.
And your music, the words in your music? Is it agreeable with Islam?
In Muslim religion, it doesn't allow this kind of music. The kind of music in Islam they allow is it's all about the gods.
Mgunga has a theater-making process called behavior change process, based on the famous work of the Brazilian innovator Augusto Boal, where we all went out in the community 4 or 5 different times to learn about the local issues.
How much research are we going to be doing in the community?
This project, by its approach, it was really exciting to make people discuss, very objective, but with the intention of making people go upright.
I went there with purpose, and the purpose was that I was writing. I've been writing a lot and my poems and music on social justice. Okay. So I came there exactly to do some sort of research, and my research was on the culture of poverty. Yeah. I've been writing a lot of songs and poems and drama on poverty, on poor people, but I didn't really have that first-hand information and experience. So I decided to come and live here and experience what it means by being poor. So that's why I came here. So after that, then I left because I had already accomplished my mission.
Using Mgunga's data collecting process, we broke our findings into categories: the issue, root cause, effect on the community, solutions, and who is responsible for implementing the solutions.
Because the students get to have a reduced fare, that's the law, bus drivers won't pick them up. They'd rather pick up regular fare passengers. So that results in the students being late to school often, and some girls offer sex for rides to the bus driver so that they can get on the bus. And another solution would be free transportation for school children, which we call school buses. And you know, we tried to think who the responsible person was. It seemed like it was the government. Tuition. I thought tuition was what we think tuition is. Do you want to translate for me?
Ni rahisi kusema kwamba labda Winston anaweza kaenda na huyu mtu mmoja, wao kaenda peke yao tu, lakini pia unaweza kuwa watatu mmezungumza kama group. Unajua inakuwa ni rahisi kama
teen pregnancy.
You know, her short list, we just crossed one out. I mean, does it make sense to have another vote for the second thing? Because when looking at it, it seems like only men came over here to start with. Like, it makes me think that education is something we should really be. I mean, should we just have another vote for the second topic and instead of domestic violence have it be teen pregnancy, I guess?
It's hard to write, which is the thing that's hard to address, because we can do things from a stage that people can't talk about amongst themselves in the street, dealing with violence and violent situations. But if we only go with one issue of waste management, that's a really easy thing. Like, in the sense that everybody can talk about that, but we can talk about things.
While interviewing the community, this father showed us the only viable location he could place the family's outhouse. When it rains, it overflows into the areas where children play.
With our Tanzanian hosts, we discuss what different faiths say about dealing with abuses in the education system and waste management in the community.
How many did they fail? 2?
2 failed, 2 boys.
Yeah.
Just the 2 who passed. But
Yeah, so Jen, Fairly, and somebody else, and maybe you, Fairly, or we
have maybe 2.
All right.
Rabbi John Cutler is a Navy chaplain who works to forge relations with religious and community leaders in East Africa. He heard about our work and came to visit just before our big day.
Interfaith stuff?
Yes.
But no one's talking with each other and called the Eastern system? And at the same time, meeting with a couple Christian leaders who want to do a partnership in development around issues of employment and youth and job training, especially about entrepreneurship. Because when I spoke with Sheikh Issa specifically, what they're really interested in doing is entrepreneurship for the idea of helping to eliminate it.
Before we performed our plays, some popular music artists who are dedicated to social change performed to help draw in the crowds. And they did draw in multitudes.
Yeah, I know.
Then it was our turn.
I don't think I can eat that food. It's dirty. Sasa kama kichafu umekuja
Will you call me later? I don't have a phone. Oh, you don't have a phone?
After each performance piece, audience members stayed to discuss issues addressed in the plays. Being immersed in a new culture so far from home can be difficult. The process of theater making while hearing the stories of the Tanzanian people help us face our own inner conflicts. We are now inspired to continue working for social justice in our lives at home.
This project, by its approach, it was really exciting to make people discuss a very objective, but with the intention of making people go upright.
Twajituma kila kukicha, riziki ikidhi mahitaji yetu. Siku hizi kufa kufana, na nikasema haya, hakuna tena mbembeleze mwana, utumepotea hivi hivi. Zarau na ubinafsi mitani, fungula nani? Ukombozi wa maskini we, umejaa usaliti.